Hello everyone, this is Super Dimensional Bun. Today I'll be reviewing Bandai's 1/60 scale non-grade Brocken labor from the anime series Patlabor. This kit was originally produced back in 1989 and currently retails for 1,300 yen. Now, as a non-grade kit from back in the 80s, there's a minimum amount of pieces that go into this kit. But although even though it has a minimum amount of pieces, it still has a good amount of articulation and detail. So let's take a look at what comes with the kit. So of course you got the mech itself, get a large machine gun, one submachine gun, hold it over here, large machine gun with the rotating handle, and plastic tube that connects to this peg in the back and fits right in a small hole in the waist. You also get, you have actually a total of 5 hands, 3 for the right and 2 for the left, and a set of decals that you can use to customize your kit. Let's take a look at the kit itself. So here's the front, pretty big. This is actually a pretty large kit for its price. It's a 1/60 scale, so it should be tall. There's the rear. Now, this is pretty much an out-of-box review, but the only parts I painted were the orange lights. Okay, now let's take a look at the articulation. The head, it doesn't really move too much. It's hindered by the collar of the kit itself. It's essentially a peg that fits into a round poly cap. Now, take a look at the arm. Now, even though it has these plastic covers, it can move independently. And it's 360 degrees. The arm can bend out that far. Pretty good. Now, this can move 360. It's a peg that fits in another round poly cap. Now, elbow, back, can bend 90 degrees. Oops. The waist is a little loose. Now there's a little movement in the hand itself, and of course that can spin 360 degrees. It's a peg and a plastic holder, so I wouldn't move too much for fear of making it loose when wearing down the piece. Now the waist can spin 360. It's also a peg that fits into a plastic holder, let's say. I don't want to move that too much. One thing I didn't enjoy too much is that even though the kit itself can bend forward a little bit, it's really loose. Let's see. So this guy can slump over if there's too much weight on top. But in general, it can hold itself pretty well, as long as you keep it in more static pose. Now the legs. Now I wouldn't bend them too far. This plastic sleeve is all connected, so you can't spin the leg 360 or anything like that. But in general, it has a pretty good range of motion. Make sure that thing stays in tight. The leg bends 90 degrees. The foot goes back forth pretty well. Side to side, not so much. It's pretty posable. Here's one bonus. This kit can actually kneel. Not many old kits can do this, but this one can. Again, gotta make sure that everything fits in. So let's see. There's some advantages to having the sleeves. It's no seams. It doesn't look out of place. One big problem is that if it can stick to the areas pretty closely, and there'll be gaps. So let me show you really quickly. So here's that waist part, and on the inside you can see there are gaps between the plastic sleeves and the plastic coverings. Not too great looking, but I guess what can you expect for an old 80s kit. So anyway, keep closer to the back. See, there's a pretty good amount of details on this kit, but because this is a kind of a dark blue kit, it's hard to see the details in this color, even if I were to paint it black or just use a marker of some sort to put in the details. It's hard to see. I plan to actually paint this kit, and I'll probably show you guys later when I'm done. Pros of the kit. So for an 80s kit, this is a pretty nice size kit. Has a good range of articulation, a little bit of floppiness, which it's not too bad. But you get a pretty large sized kit for 1,300 yen. Now, if you would compare this to a Gundam, you can see the difference in size is about an inch or so. Let's go ahead and just throw in the accessories. You have an angled hand. See, the peg bends outward a little bit. Not sure why. This piece is a little hard to put the two hands. You can put the two hands together, but it takes a lot of fiddling around and looks a little awkward to put the left hand onto the handle. And I won't put this on now. It's just kind of hard. So that's compared to a Gundam. Now, if you compare this to the 1/60 scale Patlabor, that's incomplete. It's a little taller, but as you can see, it's see the size difference. I like the proportions of this kit. The arms of Patlabors, all Patlabors, are a little long on the long side. I guess that's just how they're designed. But you know, in certain angles it looks great. Cons of the kit, I guess color separation, even though the Brocken doesn't come in too many colors. The posability has some limits, but it's not too much of a problem for me. It's just some people like to do more poses, like maybe mimic some of the things that were in the anime, but don't expect too much out of that for a 1,300 yen kit from the 80s. Size is great. Now let's also look at the Type XO, X0 actually, from the OAV series. Actually, I mean, sorry, the movie. It's comparable in size. Now, would you get this kit as opposed to the high grade 144 scale camper from Gundam? I'd still get both. Now, originally I didn't want to get the Brocken, figuring I got the camper, but being that this has a lot more weapons payload versus the Brocken, but I bought it from HLJ when it had a sale, and it was going for, I forget, maybe 700 or 800 yen, and I couldn't pass that up. If you can get it on sale, definitely, I think it's a good buy. I'm actually quite satisfied with the proportions. I thought the legs were kind of weird from the pictures, but once I built this kit, you can see that the proportions look pretty good. I like it. I like the bulk of it. It looks like a really heavy, it's supposed to be a military suit, so it's supposed to look like a tank, which it does. It looks pretty menacing, which is also a plus for me. It has this smooth gorilla roundness to it, and it's unique. You don't see this in many Gundams. And it has a really nice 80s feel to it. So I would recommend a good buy if you can find it for a decent price. If not, just wait. HOJ usually puts it on sale every so often. So I hope you enjoyed this review. I'll probably put up some pictures or do a quick video review once I painted this kit. But I hope you enjoyed this review. Keep an eye out for a video, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.